throw darts into the big red eyes. Wow, what a genius. Mirror's well is the well of divine liquor. Oh yeah, I saw a Silent Place. I thought it was pretty cool. Well, that was a fresh enough concept, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't like all jump scares. Had decent atmosphere and shit. Funny seeing that actor and some other stuff. Other than like The Office or whatever. Not that I really watched The Office, but even if you don't watch The Office, you still know this character. Yep, I had fun with that one. Good movie. God, Fate's such a shit game, dude. I'll like use all of my AP, which is like your energy, and then like an hour later it'll tell me my AP is full. So it just fucking tells you super late. It's like, really? Hereditary? I've heard of that one. That's another horror one, right? Can't find it anywhere, really. Is this you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. If they just made it more affordable and shit, I'm totally down. Like, put it on Netflix and shit. Like, I try to use Netflix and shit like Crunchyroll whenever I can, but Crunchyroll did me wrong, so I backed out of that for a bit. So I just use Netflix and stuff. So you don't drop like $10 on like every fucking random 2-hour movie if you're interested in. I'm not advocating like stealing shit, but I'm just saying as like a service thing. It'd be really cool if there's these like, you know, you don't own it, but you can just watch it kinds of, you know, like services like renting games and shit. Like I don't care about the ownership of like a piece of media. Like I like it as a collector standpoint, but I just want to experience it more than anything, and I'm willing to pay the difference, you know. Take the loss. I just wish there was more shit like, you know, Netflix. I wish Netflix had like a bigger stock of like old stuff, and they'd have to keep renewing shit. Like there's like 50,000, like you do like Hulu, but then they got like ads, and then everybody's got their own streaming service, but they do not have like a whole lot of good. Oh, wait, I need to cancel my Amazon Prime on my new account. I forgot. I did like a month of Amazon Prime. Like a free month. For my computer parts and shit. Current membership. How do I cancel? End trial and benefits. You'll lose your Prime benefits. Just take my payment option off. Maybe I'll just get to keep it then. I like having shit. I don't like having payment options saved to stuff anyways, but I'm just gonna end the Prime thing, dude. It's fine. Like Prime's good, but I have my parents have Prime. I just use theirs usually. I just wanted my own for all my computer parts. Bug, man? I wish it was like brighter in here so I could see these bugs. These damn bugs flying around. They ask you 3 different times if you want to cancel Prime. Oh, you even get your free month. You get it until August 10th. That's funny. You don't even like lose it. Shit is a mess. Yeah, I have that, but I've hardly ever used it. My parents swear by it, but I don't know how picky they are. Like Netflix is the best you're gonna get, and quality. Like you don't want to watch a 480p version of HD movie, but it's still rough, man. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. They all activate now. One fuck up, you're gone, dude. Holy shit. At least you got options for movies. I wish there was more like that for games. And digitally. Like, I mean, I got GameFly and shit, but the more out goes, physical media, the harder that is probably for them to keep up with, so it'll probably disappear eventually. I don't think physical media is going anywhere for a bit, but still. To figure out what the hell is going on there. Mommy! Of course, the perfect storm always. I'm not missing anything over here then. A bug didn't decide to go in my drink. Had that before. I look in one of my drinks, look at like a clear one, there's a bug drowning in it. In some countries like eat bugs, protein, but I'm good, dude. Especially if it's like a carrier, like a little wall, like mosquito or some shit. Like, I'm fucking more than good. Fucking dead plant, Jesus, man. Yeah, I haven't found too much crazy shit. The one I was just talking about, I was like, it was like nothing left in it. I just must have had the smell. So luckily that was okay. Yeah, man. Are you drinking it or did you just see it in there? I guess I need this. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd suck if it was carried over all the way from the milk. Did you fucking throw out the milk and shit? You're drinking it? Damn, man. Yeah, that's spooky, man. I hate fucking like bugs and shit. So that would be horrible. Oh, there's a secret in here, I just gotta figure out how to get into it. I hope you had weird shit like that at restaurants. Wasn't bugs, but it's one where I had like some chocolate milk when I was younger. Not that chocolate milk's bad right now, but you know, I was like, hell yeah, dude, chocolate milk. And then I get to the bottom of the drink, man. I don't know, man, there's some weird taste in my mouth or whatever. I pull it out, and it's like a piece of like a sugar packet. And I go to the bottom of the drink, and it's just like an entire, just like ripped open sugar packet sitting there deteriorating. I'm just like, I was like at IHOP or whatever. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? We just like dropped it in there, dude. Like, I don't want to be sucking on like somebody's fucking nasty ass paper. I don't know how you managed to do something like that. Like, shit happens, but if I saw I dropped in there, I'd just like refill it, dude. Like, fucking drinks are like nothing for a restaurant. It grossed me out back then. I just think it's dumb nowadays. Oh, you just gotta wait long enough. Crystal Skull. This area's been cool because it's just been all puzzles you can actually fucking do. Just like honks, man. Everybody talk like some punk kid, man. The main point So the first one, the main point was you go to some ancient ruins to... You're just like exploring, trying to find out what's happening, and you find out that all of humanity, there's been like multiple ages of humanity, and all the mythologies of the world like originate from this gigantic ruins called La Mulana. La Mulana is a giant space organism called the Mother or some shit. So you're inside of like this giant thing that's just like some infinite ruins. There's, you know, that's where they got like all the Egyptian stuff and all these different like lores and mythologies, but like slightly tweaked because they're like the originals. And so by the end you end up trying to seal the Mother, because the Mother always like kills off all the generations before it, and humanity is like one of those, and the Mother's trying to make like a workforce to go back to space or some shit. But anyways, they're trying to seal it by the end of it. It's more you just like exploring around, trying to find out like the hidden lore and shit and the story, and kind of get deeper until you find out the end game. This one specifically takes place after, a few years after the first one. It's in the same ruins, but like a different part of it called eg-lana, which is supposed to be where all of the generations before humanity and shit got exiled to. Or some of them are still alive, but exiled in this like evil ruins. And so we're trying to figure out where her dad is, which is the main character of the first game, and his and your grandpa too. You got another guy, the grandpa. I guess technically the first game, the reason he goes to the ruins is to find his dad, I think. You're on the trail of his dad. And in this one, I guess you're kind of on the trail of your dad, but the villagers also asked you for help, because there's monsters that are getting like teleported in from the eg-lana into the normal ruins, so everybody's getting spooked. So right now, from what I can gather, I can't gather much. We're trying to figure out what the aliens are, what the hell eg-lana is, and like how it ties all into the original ruins, and if there's any doomsday shit happening, which there might be. But gameplay wise, the point is you just explore. It's just like archaeology type shit, like some Indiana Jones stuff. You just try and get deeper in, figure out how to solve certain puzzles or defeat certain bosses to go deeper in and find new areas and find new shit, and just kind of keep doing that until you're done and you figure out more story stuff. At its core, it's like a Metroidvania. So right now, so in each area there's a thing called a guardian, which is like a huge boss, and you need an Ankh jewel to like summon it, and then you need to find out where the Ankh is to summon him. And usually those big bosses tie into some like gate or, you know, item and stuff like that. So you just kind of go around reading information, trying to use that information on different puzzles and just get farther in the game. So it's kind of like a Metroidvania, but just different. Like this puzzle, I need like a shitload of information from everywhere in the game to understand what to put on each of these hands. I don't even have the items. Like I need to know what Sadhya Yuga means, Trident Yuga. I think I already have a lot of the information. Hopefully that makes sense. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's watch a little bit. What do you mean by nothing fight though, boss? It's like nothing happens? Boring, or... The lore and shit's pretty well done. Like, the story's not, like, cheesy. Like, they've got a pretty believable little reason that all the mythologies and shit would intertwine, and they change it up enough that it's pretty cool. A fight over something stupid that doesn't matter at all. Yeah. I agree with you there. Like it's more of a pride fight. Or something like that. Or nitpicking taken to an extreme. Does your wife just not like gore? Man, it was just a bad day, man. I have a friend who doesn't like seeing anything slightly gory, kind of like sad. Maybe it bothers you, I don't know. That sucks, brother. Sure, everybody all cool off here at some point. Sucks about that person's face, though. Don't worry about things like that, you know? Like, you could say you'd find somebody who could, like, always, like, you know, look past shit like that, but... Oh, dang, man. No, the puppy, dude. So is it just her face, or she can talk alright too, or what? Oh. Yeah, I feel you. I just didn't know if they were already open about it. I mean, she not like as bad as a lot of people end up being. But hopefully she's still like functioning and shit. I just worry about stuff like that. Like I said, you can always hope somebody is like there for you or some shit, but I mean, people are people, man. Like, aesthetics matter a bit, right? And especially if it's your ability like, to speak and shit's affected. And feeling good about yourself's harder, so your personality's gonna be different. And just, I'd really like find somebody with that sort of problem. I'm just like, if I ever got like fucked, just leave my fucking arms, dude. Please, Jesus. Like that. Like, you can take my fucking legs, man. Like, I'd rather not lose anything, but like leave my fucking head, you know, my ears, my eyes, my hands, my arms. Yeah, that would really suck if your looks were one of your like key things. Like, I'm not making it anywhere on looks or nothing. I mean, if I lost it all, yeah, I mean, it would suck. Any chance I had up something decent probably be fucked, but wouldn't be as big as, like, you know, my high school prom girl and shit. I don't know, if I like lost like limbs or something, I would just want them to be like lost as like a kid or something, you know? I don't like remember how it is. Like, it's so part of my life now. If I lost something big, I'd be like, you'd always be thinking about everything you had and shit. Some people don't like seeing people in pain and sadness and shit. If that's what it is, I mean, I respect that. I got people who are just like, no, they don't talk about anything like that. They'd rather just walk it off, which is fine. There's not much happiness to be had there. Especially the risk of like gore, weird deformations or something. People are pretty squeamish about it. Yeah. I mean, I would just be like, hey, sorry, I don't want to talk about it. Whatever. Oh, really? It was a bad day? No, I don't know. I'm not gonna assume anything. I mean, I get that way. Been that way during the stream last couple days a little bit. Some shit I'm just like, damn, I'm just tired of reading. I'm just like, fucking hey, dude. Shit, that fuck up. I feel you, man. Sure, it'll blow over, man. You guys don't have something like that often, then it's not a big deal. I'm more worried if that was happening all the time, right? Both of you guys. Yeah. You guys been together a long time, man. Know each other and shit. Shit like that happens a lot. I'm trying to figure out this puzzle. And it looks like leaning into it. Like I said, I'd like to think it's the both good people, man. I wouldn't be worried about it. No, I feel you, man. I'm all about blowing off a little steam, dude. Yeah, so that's me. I'm trying to avoid sound like I'm talking shit or anything. It's just a good way to handle shit, man. I feel better about shit after talking to people about it, but I'm more of a talker for that kind of shit anyways. It looks like almost like You have to like get launched back into it. Guess not. What if there's like a critical health? Fuck. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of conflict. I actually get super bothered by shit like that. Not like pissed or nothing, but why not seem like I care a lot about what people think about how I look or how I act, and I like over worry about like an extreme probably. Not an extreme. It depends on the person in this context, but you know, the things I'm saying, got like a bad imagination for shit. Like I'll see like a sign or see something, you know, and I'll fucking blow it out of proportion, probably in my brain. It's that weird like anxiety. Helps give me control on some of that a little bit, because I don't like let that kind of shit show at all. Because I'd be too afraid to like a fucking autist, but I'll definitely worry about shit like fucking public speaking was always one. They announced public speaking like a fucking presentation a year ahead. I would worry about it for like the entire year, pretty much. Like it's just some bits, you know, but like super. One of those like just insanely stressed about shit like that. There's certain like social interactions are the same. Dude, I hate presentations. I'd be dreading it. I was never able to like fucking think straight half the time. I mean, I always would nut up and do it. I'm never like a pussy out kind of guy, which is a big thing. So it always help get shit done. That's another thing about worrying about what people think. Is that like with jobs and stuff, like responsibility, I hate when I'm the fucking like guy who's like irresponsible and can't like get shit done. I don't want to be that guy that people are talking about or looking at like that. So it's helpful there because it's like always do my best to make sure everything gets done and shit. Yeah, I feel you there, Gordon. I don't worry about shit like that sometimes. It's kind of like with romance and shit. People do that naturally, but tend to not. I hate pissing people off too. Try to not be very blunt or pissy with people. It does happen sometimes. There's only so much bullshit I can take. Not like a pushover, but there's I'm like. If it really doesn't matter to me and it doesn't affect my life that much, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I don't mind being like a little bit, you know, like if somebody's just recommending something or we're just gonna go out to eat, like I don't care that much, you know, I'll just go wherever. Not like a pushover in that way, but things like my lifestyle and shit, I don't play around there. So I don't know, it's weird. Like I worry a lot about what people think and like my identity and shit. But only for certain things. It's usually more like conversation and stuff. And only with certain people. Like on the stream, it's like whatever. I'm so used to it. I don't give a fuck. But like in person or some voice shit, you know. I guess it matters. Like if somebody said, "Oh, dude, your lifestyle, you just play games all day," I'd be like, "Fuck off." Yeah, it's like weird. It's only for certain things that like I give a shit, I guess. Hard to explain. The ability to get worried about what people think. Yeah. I don't know. At the end of the day, I like chilling too much to be like that worried about everything. But if anybody gets like is annoyed with me or pissed at me, or I feel like there's a situation where I can look like I am not this friendly dude, or I am gonna piss somebody off, then I get more worried then. Pretty much anything else I guess is whatever. It's hard to explain. I don't even really know how I feel about it. I think I just don't like looking like a shitbag. Like I can actually deserve it kind of thing. Like my lifestyle, like logically there's nothing wrong with it. I just do whatever fuck I want. But, like fucking up, or, like pissing somebody off or annoying somebody and not doing something you're supposed to be doing. Stuff like that. Worry more about that. Like everybody wants to be the cool guy, the guy everybody, you know, like, you don't want to be like some failure. And maybe that's what it is. It's more like striving for some perfect scenario always. Like I don't want anybody to ever be angry at me. I mean, it happens, right? But I think that's more what it is. Like I always try to, you know, be stubborn about doing my best on shit, and not be like socially the weird fucking asshole or something. I care about those kinds of situations a lot, but other shit, cause other shit not so much. You know, I'm not like worried about like obviously how I look that much. I mean, or like how I act. I'm sitting here streaming all day. I think it's just like certain little things. The people that I care about what they think, close friends, like for work. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like with somebody random, I'll try to be like, you know, good. I'm not gonna just be like, oh fuck you. I don't give a shit. People aren't getting angry at me often enough. Like I'm trying too hard not to make people angry. Yeah, I've thought about that too. Like if I just change face to like make sure everybody's always happy about shit, am I like, you know, am I even fucking happy with that? Are people like actually pissed at me and just can't say it or something? You know, like a fragile, like with a group of friends I hang out with, just like nobody can say anything. Or got like a fragile person. I'd say I'm pretty fragile in that way. If somebody says something like pretty shit about me, like really means that it gets like super pissed or something, I'm pretty bothered by it for like a really long time. It depends on the context. Like somebody came in here and said you're a fucking idiot, and they're just some random asshole. I'd be like, that's funny, and just ban them, you know. I get used to that kind of shit. That kind of shit maybe would bother me way back when. Yeah, that's one thing. Being able just to be like, you know, be the guy that doesn't care about what people think sometimes is important. For the most part, I like to think I don't care that much. I mean, I do, but like not for stuff that doesn't matter. I should be like really like logical about it. Like, you know, is this person got a point? Am I actually doing something stupid? Like, it's hard to say, right? I don't really have like vendettas or grudges. I always am the guy who tries to like smooch everything over because I don't want to stay angry at people. I always want to be like having good times. There's no reason for me to always be pissed at people. Like I'll remember shit, but I'll be the first guy to like try to make up. Gotta swallow my pride, but I will be bothered by shit. It just depends on the person. I don't know, it's really off and on. Like some shit I'll be really anxious about. Like I can sit here and just talk and chill all day on the stream, but then there's like some situations, you know, where I'm just like, I'd be worried about something. I wouldn't like lock up on somebody like an autist or nothing, but maybe something I said or I read a side wrong, let the imagination stir too much. I think it's definitely got an issue with people, I mean like anybody would, who have something bad to say about me or they're angry I do something wrong. But like to an extreme. Some people just blow that shit off like, ah, whatever, I don't care what this person thinks. I'm usually pretty bothered when I have that. I think I probably just got a life too used to a lack of like conflict with people. I mean, you can say that's a good thing, but you get a thin skin for some shit. And I feel like how thick a skin you have doesn't carry over to every situation. Like Twitch is one thing, but then like, you know, if somebody personally is totally different. Like one of you guys just got fucking just unloaded on me and just super pissed, never came back. I mean, I'd probably be pretty fucking bothered, man. Unless like, you know, there's a good reason. Like, you know, if one of you guys just turned into a fucking asshole, like I wouldn't care then. That's always been someone I never wanted to get angry. Come off as that. Yeah, see, that was my thing. I've always wanted to. When I was younger, I never wanted to piss off my dad, dude. That's probably where a lot of that started. I mean, college was one of those things, like, you know, like my parents helped, you know, help pay through my college and shit, right? And it was like one of the driving factors, other than just me not wanting to be shit at something. Like I don't like doing half-ass work usually, to an extent, right? I mean, there's corners that you can cut that I think is like that autistic, like extra 10% you don't need, but I was always like wanted to make sure that I didn't fucking I don't say disappoint them, but like, you know, they were helping me out. It's like I was like, I need to do good, you know, like I just, for me, I didn't even care about the subject that much in school. Like I just needed to do good because not doing good would be fucking stupid. I think the parents may be part of that. So like it's kind of just more of a personal thing. I mean, you guys see it with the games and shit. I'm just like way too fucking, like this game. I'm not doing like any hints or guides or anything, like probably stupid as fuck, but you know, whatever. I want to do it as like a challenge or something. But anyways, point was, yeah, my dad was always like more angry. He's really good now. I've always like respected my dad. Even if he was like an angry dude, I was, you know, I knew how he was. But you never, it was like any kid, man. You don't want to piss off your parents. Like your mom's gonna call you dad or something. Like, no, that kind of shit. What are you trying to do right now? I'm just running around talking. This requires thought, and I'm the split thought right now. I'm trying to recreate this pose in front of this tablet. And I feel like it has something to do with this. I can't figure out what. And it looks like it's just leaning against it, but I didn't even know if there was like a lean option. This card Dage came off. It's me intimidated. She would never talk to me again if I didn't see anything. Oh, really? Yeah, see, that's one thing, is a lot of shit just goes unsaid, right? Like, I like it when things are just more open. But I'm that kind of guy who, like, holds a lot back. Because I don't want to, like, I don't want to walk on glass or nothing. Like, I'd prefer if everybody was just upfront. Like, I hate the imagination period where you're just trying to, like, figure out what the hell everybody's thinking and stuff. Well, I guess you can get good at, like, figuring out what people are thinking, but... Like, I'll always be trying to, like, read people. Let's go, a childhood friend of mine. Messaged me, asked me to call him. My daddy picks up his eye. I did him on the way. Not to get out of a conversation situation with someone. Shit. I mean, that happens, man. Sometimes you just need to get away and just blow off some fucking steam and shit, man. I mean, that sucks though that we haven't talked to them much. I figure out how we can like lean her into this wall here. Fights all the time. 16 time moved out. Yeah, my dad always had a little bit of a pride thing going on. I mean, he had like actual anger issues, but like he would never like touch you, you know, nothing like that. I mean, he'd spank you as a kid. Like he was still like super respectful and shit, but like, no, yeah. I mean, any parent gets mad over small shit. I have no issues now. I mean, I love my parents, man. They're great. People just can't handle it. I was never the kind of kid who just start fights with his parents either. I was always walking on eggshells if I was worried about my parents' attitude or anything. Yeah. And I talk to my dad still all the time. I go eat with my mom all the time. I'd like to think I have a good thing going with my parents, but my dad always at his core was a respectable dude who knew shit, and you know, he started from a low place, so he knew how things work and shit. So I mean, sometimes he had like little anger issues, but it was one of those things like it wasn't that crazy. It was never like any violent shit. Like, I didn't have like some troubled childhood, but I think that like partially maybe is the reason that sometimes I walk on eggshells with people and worry about what people think. I mean, I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy with how I fucking got raised and like fuck guy from my parents and shit, you know. I don't think of it like that, but that's the hard part for me. My parents and I get into it. I never want to be that person that wasn't around until it's too late, until they're dead on deathbed. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, like my dad's not the kind of person who I'll talk to him on the phone sometimes and shit, but he's not the kind of guy who wants to like go out and do anything or like text or anything like that. He's kind of like me, just want to hang out, you know. So if I moved, you know, that'd be hard. I wouldn't want to be like estranged for a while or nothing. I don't know how to do this. I don't know the animation we're looking for here. Overbearing, just weird shit. Lie about so much shit. Yeah, see, my parents have always been like respectful in that way. Like before I moved, they would start nitpicking over like everything. and really did try to like be overbearing. I think my brother had a lot of issues with that when I moved out. Well, once we both moved out, everybody just chill as fuck. But they would never be like bad people. They're always like good people. They just had like, you know, parent things, you know, just fucking irritations here and there. They would never like lie about something like hardcore. It'd be like an actual like piece of shit. I'm sure as hell not nowadays. So I have no reason to like not talk to my parents. And my mom will come in here. She'd be in stream. Shit, she'd be in stream right fucking now for all I know, man. You know, I don't have to like hide anything really from my parents too much, which is cool. I don't have like a parent mode. I talk the same exact way right now as I would with my parents, which I think is a big deal. You guys are psycho, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it would suck if your parents were just like wild, man. You just couldn't do like deal with them. You just got raised different. Yeah, see, that's kind of fucked. I think one of my grandparents, one of my sets of grandparents can kind of be like that. Yeah, it's like if you know, just growing up and like members of your family were just like unbearable to you. I mean, I guess that shit happens, man. Yeah. That sucks, man. I mean, that happens a lot, dude. Parenthood's a tough thing. Not a lot of people are ready for it, and not a lot of people know what to do right, or some people just aren't good people. No, I mean with my parents, it's just like everybody's got little issues with their parents and little things that probably raise you differently. But I'd like to think I've never had any of those like huge issues, you know, troubled childhood or anything. Like everybody's parents raised them a certain way and you act differently because of it. Right? Like, that's just a fucking given. That's just human fucking nature. But definitely, you know. Oh, we got to this conversation because we were talking about social anxieties and being worried about what people think about you, or getting pissy at people and stuff like that, walking on eggshells and stuff. And the point was that a lot of that shit could be probably just developed on how parents are and shit. I mean, everything isn't, what, an environment and shit. Like if you spend all of your time with somebody and they're supposed to be your parent and shit, they're gonna shape a lot of what you think. Not everything. I mean, like my friends and shit in high school, I feel like that environment made me more who I am today than anything, but everything's got to start from somewhere. You can probably tie it back into the very beginning all you want, but I think that'd be one of the reasons maybe I care a lot about what people think when it comes to getting angry and shit at me. Example of what not to do, and I'll have to have the last word. Fucking fire in the arguments, yeah. I'm the kind of guy, I'll be that way with my brother. Like we're both that way. We're just so used to the sibling, like, random fights that somebody's always gotta have like the last word, or, you know, nobody can be wrong or anything. I'll get pretty angry at him sometimes. We'll get angry at each other. I try to just not think about a lot of that shit. And we don't have like fights all the time or not, it's all good, but you know, we're different people. There's so much you can do, so, but yeah, sometimes we'll do that. I've tried to move beyond that, like, phase. That was definitely something where as a kid, like, having the last word and all that shit. Nowadays I just got too much to do, I don't want to like fucking bother with that much. Parents tell me shit about her all the time, makes me hate her, but then they act super nice. Yeah, that's one thing I always have to be careful about. I always take anything that anybody says with a grain of salt nowadays. I'm very skeptical. I mean, you guys will hear me do that a lot. Like Silent will bring something up, or anybody will bring up something, like a news story, and I'll just be like, ah, fuck you. That's probably, like, I'm curious. I'm always worried. I'm always thinking about like people's motives behind shit, or news stories, or information. Cause you'll see people do shit talking like that, but everybody wants to blow everything up to some cinematic proportion, right? Oh, there it is. I have to take the glove off, boys. You know what I'm saying? Little fucking puzzles, dude, and finally clicked, man. My brother, I always thinks he's doing something bad and hanging out with bad people and just living real life. Yeah. My parents do that a little bit. With my brother. Not too bad. I mean, they love more life itself and shit. But they definitely always worry about sometimes the company, you know, maybe he's with, or things he's doing just occasionally, you know. I know what you mean. I've seen it. I mean, I'm sure they do it with me. I'm probably like, Jesus, man, this guy's just living off his savings for like a year. Like, whatever. To me, I know there's no issue, and I'm totally set where, you know, what I want in my life and stuff, it's fine, but people can embellish us, so it does it quite a bit. And just because someone does something she doesn't like, so she trash talks, yeah. Like, I mean, I've done trash talking and shit. A lot of times to blow over things that I have issues with people, maybe I'll like talk to somebody else about them, you know. I'll feel better. Not really like a good habit. I don't really do it much anymore, but like, I know how it is, but like if somebody doesn't know them, I don't try and like paint a picture. But you know, if they're gonna like meet them or something, or if somebody tells me something about somebody, I keep my I keep held back pretty hard when it comes to their personal opinions on it. Like if they just tell me a situation, maybe I can get an idea, but I've always been pretty skeptical, especially in the last few years. I get very it's not that I'm untrusting with people, but I'll always like to form my own judgment on shit and kind of like hold a little back. Like I'll listen to people. I love listening to people. You know, I'll take what they say as truth, but when it comes to like some situations and people, there's still a part of me that's gonna figure out what's actually going on for himself with his own eyes, like unbiased. So I think that's a good way to be. Try being like that. Some of it seems to be true and some of it isn't. True, she doesn't have a job. They have 3 kids, so she